Hello, my name is Rebecca and I'm going to show you the basics of operating a Tenori-ON instrument from Yamaha. To turn the Tenori on, click here. The Tenori-ON works by pressing buttons on the screen. The moving light indicates time passing in a specific time frame, which is called a loop. When you press a button, it remains on the screen, and the segment is looped over and over, playing your song on repeat. The Tenori notes are in a major scale, which ranges 2 octaves and a whole step. The Tenori creates songs by having different layers. Much like a piece of music, you can have layers, for example, a melody, a harmony, rhythm, singers, etc. There are 16 layers to create music in, and the entire layers together are called a block by the Tenori, which is like a song. Each row represents one layer, starting in row 1, going all the way up to row 16, or layer 16. The buttons on the side of the Tenori control what function you are using. But there are 2 ways to change features on the Tenori. The first way is by using the buttons on the side of the Tenori, on the left and the right. Another way is to use the scroller and look through the menu options. Although the scroller is an easy way at first, it is more time consuming, and so when you become more comfortable with using the buttons on the side, it will be easier and more efficient. Let's start by exploring the buttons on the right side. R1 changes the layers. When you hold R1 and press the layer you wish to play, it does not press down notes but changes the layer. If you let go of R1, you will start making notes again. Switching in between different layers. Now I'm going to switch to layer 2 by holding down R1 and clicking the second row. Now I am creating a melody in layer 2. To clear the song you are playing on the Tenori, press the button on the very top. I just cleared layer 2. Now I'm going to clear layer 1. There are 16 rows on the Tenori. That means there are 256 buttons. Each button represents one instrument. So now we are going to change the instrumentation of each layer. You do this by pressing L1. You can explore all of the different instruments by holding L1 and pressing different buttons. The name of the instrument appears on the menu screen. Now we are going to talk about the buttons on the left side. L1 changes the instrument. The name of the instrument appears in the menu screen. I'm going to create a melody and change the instrument to explore a couple different options. Now we are going to change the note length or the note duration. To do this, we press L2. By moving the vertical line to the right, it increases the note duration, and moving it to the left would decrease the note duration. You can also use the scroller to change the note length. L3 changes the octave. L4 changes the loop points, which means changing the notes that repeat, which either cuts the bar or lengthens the bar. L5 changes the loop speed, so the overall tempo of this loop. Now we will explore the buttons on the right. R1, as we know, changes the layers. So now we will create a melody in layer 2. R2 changes the tempo of the overall piece. R3 can help you transpose the entire piece, either up whole steps or down whole steps. R4 changes the layer volume. By pressing to the right, I can increase the volume, but by pressing near the left, I can decrease the volume. R5 switches blocks. If we remember, a block is a whole song. So when I go to block 2, there is no sound because I've only been playing music in block 1. Now we are going to talk about some of the more complex layers on the Tenori. Layers 1 to 7 are called score mode. These are the basic layers in which we can create different melodies and harmonies. Layer 8 to 11 are called random mode. When we play in these layers, notes travel between pressed buttons, so they each have different loop speeds. Layer 12 and 13 are called draw mode. In this mode, you can draw large shapes and the Tenori loop will repeat the shape. Layer 14 is bounce mode, in which notes fall from the top of the Tenori to the bottom, depending on where you press them horizontally. Layer 15 is called push mode. In this mode, you hold down a note and the tenori will sustain the note. Layer 16 is called solo mode. In solo mode, you hold single notes down, and it sustains a note like holding down the keys on a piano. Now we are going to explore some of the physical features of the tenori. An SD card can be inserted into the top of the tenori. By inserting an SD card, you can save blocks or songs onto the SD card for future playback. To access songs that you have already recorded on the SD card, insert the SD card and use the scroll menu to go to Main menu. Go to File menu, then Song, and then OK. Rotate the scroller to select Operation, Load, and press OK. Your song will soon start playing. To record a new song onto the SD card, have the SD card inserted into the top of the tenori. Go to Main menu on the scroller menu. Then go to Recording menu. Press OK button to start recording and OK to stop recording. There are also several connectors on the bottom of the tenori. The first is the headphone port, in which you can either plug in headphones for individual use or speakers for a larger performance. The next is a MIDI connector for connecting tenoris to keyboards, other tenoris, or into a computer. The tenori can be powered by a DC adapter, which is plugged into a power outlet, or can run on battery power for portability. This concludes the overview of the basic functions of using the Tenori-ON. For more information on more complex functions, go to the Tenori-ON Quick Guide found in the Tenori-ON package.